Hi, and thanks for tuning in to Dirt Bike Magazine's 2023 Dual Sport video series. Today we're taking a fresh look at a bike that's very familiar to us, even though technically it's only been around since 2021. This is the Kawasaki KLX300 Dual Sport bike. The reason we feel this bike is almost a family member is because it's been blinking in and out of existence since 1994. That was when we first saw this basic motor and frame in the KLX250, which was a dedicated off-road bike, not a dual sport. At the time, it was a very sophisticated motorcycle. The other 250 four-strokes of the day were air-cooled and had single overhead cams. The off-road version of the KLX got punched out to 292 cc's in 97 and then went mostly unchanged for 10 years, then it was quietly dropped. Its life as a dual sport started in 2006. The displacement was back to 250 cc's and it got electric start. That bike lasted until 2014. Next up, a 2018 version showed up with fuel injection. The version of the bike you see today came to life in 2021 when the displacement was up to 292 cc's again. In that run of over 3 decades, we've ridden the KLX in all its roles. Today, its true reason for being is price. The MSRP of the 2023 model is $5,849, which is less than half the price of a dual sport from Husqvarna or KTM. In order to do that, Kawasaki moved the production of the bike from Japan to Thailand. Southeast Asia has become the new hotbed of manufacturing for many of the small displacement bikes offered by Japanese companies. So let's get our definitions clear. This is a dual sport bike in the traditional sense of the term. It's made for riding in the dirt and on the street with ease. KTM, Husqvarna, and Beta have given rise to the term hardcore dual sports. They aren't the same thing. The Euro dual sport bikes are based on race bikes. They're made to perform as highly as possible in the dirt and still keep their street legal status. The key measurement for the Kawasaki success isn't horsepower, weight, or any kind of race-oriented performance. It's comfort. The KLX300 is a quiet, friendly, inviting bike that you can spend hours riding at a casual pace. The riding position is natural, the seat is cushy, the suspension is plush, and the engine is nearly vibration-free. The seat height is also a bit lower than a full-fledged dirt bike. It's not especially fast, but it doesn't have to be. It can keep up with freeway traffic, climb moderate hills, and pull itself through sand as long as it isn't too deep. If you try riding fast on rough trails, you run into limitations very quickly. The bike is heavy. On our scale, the Kawasaki is 282 pounds without fuel. And the suspension is soft. Kawasaki did give the bike a moderately sophisticated fork and shock with adjustable damping. That's very unusual in this market. Most have truly poor suspension. The Kawasaki is soft, but you can work with it. The tires, on the other hand, are very limited. They're good for the pavement and maybe hard-packed dirt roads, nothing loose. After riding briefly with the Stalkers, we installed Dunlop EN91s, which are great in the dirt and still DOT approved. Another item on the must-upgrade list is foot pegs. The Stalkers are so narrow, they're like standing on pencils. You can go crazy with other modifications. Exhaust systems and fuel modifiers are available, and the fork is actually mainstream enough so that most suspension shops will know what to do. A word of caution though, you'll never make the bike into a KTM killer, no matter how much you spend. The KLX300 is an entry-level dual sport bike. Part of the bike's appeal is because it doesn't need to go fast or jump high to be fun. We know a lot of riders who are just fine with that. You can check out some of our other videos here, and we have reviews coming on other dual sport bikes, so subscribe. You don't want to miss out. You can also check out dirtbikemagazine.com, Instagram, and Facebook for all the latest from Team Dirt Bike. And hey, you know what? We're on the newsstand too. Imagine that. Thanks for watching.